NUS University Town, or U-Town for short, is widely praised by the public for its community-centric design, sustainable practices, and being Singapore's first green district. How is it possible that this place has such a fundamental problem with its design? Let's find out. What's up everyone, I'm Elliot, a real estate undergraduate from NUS who spent a lot of time in U-Town actually. And because of my major, what I do, what I study, I was very interested with the entire concept behind U-Town. And I really wanted to share my perspectives in terms of design and planning in general. So maybe the next time when you pop by U-Town, you'll be able to see the very prominent flaws and the very interesting concepts that go behind the design of U-Town. An extension of NUS's main campus, U-Town occupies the site of the vacated Warren's golf course and was master planned in stages to what we see today. The concept and ideas behind the place is also really thought out. A one-stop place where you can go for your classes, exercise, eat, go to the gym, I guess that's also exercising, and have good rest. All behind this idea of a car-free town which prioritizes walking and redirects vehicular transport to the exterior of U-Town. This is the reason why U-Town only has one shuttle bus stop to begin with. Fun fact, NUS's shuttle buses were actually meant to go along the perimeter of the entire U-Town, but they scrapped the idea because of the whole pedestrianized thing. So if you're a keen observer, you would actually notice that there is random unused bus stops all along the exterior of U-Town. So with great ideas, concepts and aesthetics of U-Town, where did the architects and developer actually go wrong when designing this place? Well, the biggest problem lies with the design of U-Town lacking awareness in dealing with the country's erratic tropical weather. Specifically, I'm talking about stormwater management. Let me explain. A lot of spaces in U-Town seems to have an overemphasis on aesthetics but sacrifices practicality. One of the most obvious spots is the conserved Tembusu trees in ERC. While the space creates a very iconic spot in U-Town with its spiral timber designs and its very picturesque look, when it rains, the place is a mess with the sloped timber finishing, funneling huge pools of water into the footpaths, which really disrupts the whole pedestrianized idea that U-Town is trying to go for. It is so bad that U-Town literally hires cleaners to vacuum up these pools of water. Can you imagine that? It's pretty insane. And this design flaw all across U-Town could have been simply fixed with a drain. Sure, it disrupts the whole aesthetics and the whole design of the place, but wouldn't U-Town be more efficient just with it? And your cleaners could be doing so much more interesting stuff instead of vacuum up water, let's vacuum up water. The exposure of the courtyard's timber to direct sunlight and rain also causes major rot and warping of the timber and really highlights the poor material choices behind the place. And this problem of poor materials doesn't stop here. A lot of paths and bridges in U-Town are actually finished with this smooth and slip tile material, which do look very cool, but it causes a major slip hazard during heavy rain. Fortunately, due to the dangers it possesses, this problem has been fixed and has been recently changed to a more rough pebble washed finish. Now, a lot of these design problems that are highlighted for U-Town could be seen as normal building problems. The reason why I'm really highlighting it for U-Town is because it really contradicts the entire pedestrian-friendly concept U-Town is going for. And I would love to walk around U-Town from point A to point B, point C, but when it rains, it's super hard to navigate the place, especially in Town Plaza with those irregular glass shelters. From a pedestrian's perspective, it throws intuition out the window and you can't really tell which areas is sheltered and which areas aren't. In fact, I had a conversation with the facility manager of U-Town in my first year in NUS, and truth be told, a lot of his problems with the space also dealt with the poor design along stormwater management. One of the big concerns was that there is no shelter from one of the public bus stops at NUS. I'm quite sure if you guys are students, you know which one I'm talking about. And if you were late for a class and you stopped at that bus stop, you're practically screwed. You couldn't get into NUS U-Town whatsoever. And with this whole pedestrianized concept, yeah, you have no choice but to walk in. Now, I want to say that these are my views from a real estate student, someone who really likes planning and real estate in general. And if anyone out there knows more, maybe architects or engineers or students who are architects or engineers, please tell me in the comment section below. I would love to find out more on how you guys view the space if you guys have been there before. Wrapping it up, this isn't meant to, bash on U-Town. I love the place. I'm there all the time, and I think it really did a very great job in terms of the development stage, the concepts, the ideas behind it, but unfortunately it sacrifices too much function for form. U-Town really suffers in its operation stage, with heavy fees being pumped in to maintain and correct the problems of its original design. As a place that highlights itself as sustainable, it would have been way more sustainable if it didn't have this kind of issues to begin with. And I would love to know what you guys thought about this video. Tell me maybe in the comment section below if you like this kind of format where I go into depth of analyzing the design of different buildings in Singapore. And with that, till next time.